Well, I'm down here at the old Dodge service truck. Got a few things I'm going to do today. We've got to get the thing cleaned up mainly. Need to take some pictures of it for the insurance company. I'm going to get classic car insurance through Haggerty, and that's pretty bad. So I clean it up on the outside, clean it up on the inside. Also got battery for it. Somewhere in here is a new negative battery cable, 5 gallons of good ethanol-free gas. So first thing I'm going to do is pop that hood there and see if I can get the new negative cable put on it and get this sucker started and drive it down to the backyard where I can power wash it. So hang around. Well, first up on the list is going to be to do the old delete on this impossibly undersized battery cable. It literally looks like, I think, commercial residential wire, although I don't think it is. It's got an old Mopar stamp on it, but that's awfully small. Oh, one thing I would like to do today as well is get rid of this stupid bumper. It's been in my way up for a while and I just got started. Okay. Remind me to connect this temperature sensor back up. About a quarter turn at a time here. Can't reach down in here very good. That's funny, you got tons of room under here, and yet still a fight to get to stuff. Nope, now I gotta turn it here. Alright, let's be smart here. There we go. Get a new battery cable on this thing. Just want to get it where I can drive it over to the shop. Also got some fuel for it, like I already said. Okay, now the fun part is going to be not dropping this. And the unfun part is going to be trying to thread it back on. Okay. Mission 1 accomplished. Oh. Easy. Don't fall off on me. Okay, so just for a quick comparison of wire gauges here. Can you see that? It's way, way smaller. Okay, out with the old. And with the new. Alright. So I'm gonna shove it through there. Shove it through right there. Hook it on. And take my glove off and try to thread this nut back on there. What's remarkable about this truck is, even though it's an 89, it is, other than like the PTO and brake lock setup, it's remarkably unmolested, which typically falls into my favorite category of vehicles. My day job, I work with a non-stop flow of highly molested vehicles, you know, that don't have any original anything left, and part of that is sometimes you just don't know what goes where or what should go where. But I love original vehicles a lot, like my red Skylark project, which I haven't touched in like a month. Alright, do this a different way. Having to be real careful not to break this temperature sensor that's right down by my ratchet. Just a nut that's one of them kinds where you 7/8 of a turnaround, it goes smooth, and you think it's ready for your finger, and then the other 1/8, it's back to rigid. You're bouncing around a little bit up there, but it's not doing anything. So I'll have to apologize for that in advance. Okay, that should be good for that. Thank you for reminding me about the sensor. I'm trying to decide what I want to do with the paint on this fender. That's you see it's red. This isn't factory for this truck. It was hitting this corner, so this inner fender and this fender and that door have been replaced. Been decades ago, but I'm trying to decide what I want to do about the poor quality paint. I'll probably just clean it up real good, give it a light scuff, and just shoot maybe just a single stage white on it, and then just kind of maybe weather it out just a little bit to match the rest of the truck. This truck's not going to get painted for a while, but I do want to put big old broken wrenches, stickers, decals, or whatever on the side of it. That'd be pretty cool. All right, we got us a new cable. My grandfather says battery. I'm more of a battery kind of guy, but he says battery. Yeah, got me a new battery. He's a good dude. Okay, my little bolt, which is in my little pocket. I have no hold down on this other than this wire here. I'll be rectifying that situation. Where it's at now with the positive, it won't fall off and get into the fan or anything, but still obviously want to rectify that situation sooner than later. Alright, let's go ahead and put the positive on. If you own a classic vehicle, you need to have it insured through any one of many classic car insurance places. I use Hagerty. Basically with any of the classic car insurance companies, you have an agreed value, which is going to be much higher than what like any State Farm or any other insurance company is going to give you. Like this truck through them would probably be like a $1,500 machine, which everybody knows once this thing's cleaned up, running and driving, it's worth more than $1,500. So I could say it's worth $5,000, and as long as it's not ridiculous and the insurance, the appraiser guy agrees with it, then you'll get it insured for that. And if there's an accident, that's what you'll get, for a replacement. So look into it. Hagerty, like I said, is my favorite, so you need to get your ride, no matter what it is, as long as it's 25 years old and or a specialty vehicle. Get it insured properly, You always hear horror stories about guys crashing stuff and whatnot. You don't want to be that guy. Okay, we are hooked back up. I'm gonna go see what the gas gauge says, put some fuel in it, and see if she fires up. Alright, I'm gonna check the oil real quick, if it's got any in it. It does. It's black, but it's there. It's only the second time I've tried to start this truck, so see if she goes. I got new gas in it. It was starting to sputter and act like it was running out last time I parked it. It didn't actually run out, but I don't know. Don't know what's in the tank either. Maybe it had run out of gas. Definitely could use a tune-up. I have no idea about, how long this thing has been off the road as far as a daily reliable driver. Give you a quick before. Just look at the amount of debris on the windshield wipers. It's just nasty. Let's see if we we can undo some of that nasty. Get this thing a little bit more presentable. See what we can do. Alright, just going to give you a quick overview of what we're up against here. Heavy, heavy, heavy mold deposits. It's going to clean up real nice. Look at this green mold. It's been sitting under trees for years. Pretty yummy. All back behind the cab. So the game plan is to power wash the engine bay real quick, knock all the loose debris off the truck, and knock it off the interior. Basically just the floor mats and the top of the seat. The bed is really not that bad, but what I'm going to do after I knock off the loose stuff real quick is I'm going to spray some water and white vinegar mixture on it, let it set for 20 minutes, and come back with the rag or very light scuff pad and start knocking her out there. So last you're gonna see of it looking like this. Oh, and the front bumper I can't take off because it's welded to the frame, so that's gonna take some cutting. It looks marginally better already, if you discount the white fender on one side and red on the other. So I'm going to squirt this sucker down with chemicals and bring you back when it's time to scrub. I'm going to hit this too. The seat on this side is pretty clean, but on the other side, definitely not. See if I can get this around here without... rid of the dead fibre. Try real hard not to spray anything electronic here. The truck already has a few problems in that department. The awesome thing about rubber floor mats, that's why they built them this way, it's that and cheap. Unless you want to buy a reproduction floor mat, then they're way more expensive than carpet. Funny how that works. So that was step one of a two-step process. Second one is a gray scuff pad. This is pretty aggressive, but this finish is also in pretty bad shape. This will get rid of all the remaining contaminants. I'm using pretty light pressure. I've got my vinegar soaking on the other side of the truck, but I wanted to just show you comparison when I get done with both steps, like before I've done anything on that one. So you get a real true before and after. The rest of the truck, I'm just gonna power wash the whole thing and then go over it with this in bucket of water. This is gonna, half the hood finished, give you a good idea of what goes into this and what it can accomplish. After you use one of these, you're gonna have to go through and buff the paint. This is some pretty serious paint correction here. The finish is shot anyways, but this is gonna actually take paint off. This black stuff is tar and or rusted through spots in the paint. That's going to take tar and grease remover.
Okay. Just give you a real good before and after look. There's still more that I can do after this.
To remove surface rust. All right, that's a pretty good before and after comparison. Keep in mind this paint is wet, so it looks better than it will when it's dry. But that's a major improvement. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the rest. My vinegar and stuff on the other side of the truck, which looks worse, by the way. It's been soaking a good half hour, so it's ready to come off. So we'll get over here and power wash this off after I do the hood. That's pretty fun to watch, eh? Well, this is where I'm at with it. Cleaned up pretty good. I mean, paint's old and crappy, but sure looks better than it did. It's gonna be real dull when it all dries up. I just went ahead and pulled the carpet out of it. I gotta turn the truck around in the yard to get that strain out, but just a tiny bit of surface rust over there, but not bad. Oh, the door buzzer started working when I was power washing it out. It has a stalling problem when it hits a certain temperature, so I don't know what the deal is with that. I don't know if these trucks start out in like a pre-programmed setting in the computer, or what the deal is, and then as soon as it goes into learning mode it starts acting up. Not sure. It does have the fuel injection unit on it, so if it winds up being a pain in the butt, it's going to get a carburetor. A lot of these earlier fuel injection systems can be quite the pain in the butt. It'll run fine, then it'll just idle down and just start chugging a little and then quit. It's probably what it was doing when my buddy thought it was the fuel pump. It'll just idle down and then quit. You get on the gas and bring the RPMs up, it runs okay. But she looked pretty good. What do y'all think? Definitely a worthwhile effort. Got a few dings like that one behind the tire, but nothing I can't easily knock out. It'll look good with the broken wrenches emblem right there where that L&M is. This is what she does. I know it's got electrical problems, you know, with the dash lights flashing, the maintenance required light on. Let take your foot off the gas. It'll idle smooth. It'll start chugging. It's running smooth. Chugging. So the motor itself runs smooth. Something in the fuel injection or computer engine management system. See, get on the gas little. Like I said, a lot of these early fuel injection systems are problematic at best. When it runs good, it runs great. Overall, I'm super happy with it. So the longer she sits there and runs, she starts to smooth out. I mean, it runs great. So, don't know. Got some work to do. Still got to clean the seats. I mean, and by that I just mean get stains out. Got the floor out, letting it dry. I power washed the rubber mat. Sitting there getting warm, it'll go right back in. So, a little bit of dirt collected back there, but I really want to drive it, but it's Sunday and my guy that works for me isn't here to rescue me if it doesn't work out. But stay tuned. Probably in the next video I'll have insurance on it and we'll go for a ride. Well, as always, I appreciate y'all watching. Hope y'all had fun, about as much fun as me. She's running pretty good right now. Got to figure out what's going on there.